And so it begins. The stepladder play-ins, do-or-die games for Juju Coronel and the Galleries Tower High-Risers. They take on Jazz Nabor and the CAPITAL1 Solar Spikers for our first game here in our play-ins. Right here in the Phil Oil Center, Bella Belen and Jean Assis face each other once again. Only a couple of days ago they faced each other, so not too long. And now it will also be Choco Mucho and Zeus Coffee in our second game today. This will also be a do-or-die game right here in the heart of volleyball, as we would like to welcome you PVL fans for being back with us. My name is Jaime Escalon. I'd like to thank you for watching us on One Sports Plus on Signal TV. My partner for today, one of my favorite setters, if not the favorite of all time, Ayel Estraniero. And of course, our courtside, we have Lexi Rodriguez. Lexi, we should be excited, right, with this do-or-die games?
Everyone's excited. I'm sure you guys are excited as well.
And are the teams, are they excited or more parang cold?
Definitely, it's a do-or-die game for them.
So let's see how they will perform here because it's win or go home. But Ayel, as I mentioned, they not too long ago only faced each other the same venue around the same time. So it will be interesting na 3 days lang balik sa labanan na ito.
No, but that's all in the past. It's a do or die day, now or never. So really, no room for bad performance for both of the teams.
And we'd like to see what adjustments they made in comparison to 3 days ago. But let's take a look at the tournament format so far because Ayel, the preliminaries they're done, and this is our results after the preliminaries.
Yep, after a total of 45 matches, this is where the all teams stand. Again, the goal was to be in the top 4, and the top 4 after the preliminaries are PLDT, Signal, Creamline, and Farm Fresh. So they enter the qualifying round. It's gonna be PLDT versus Farm Fresh, Signal, and Creamline. They have the upper hand. Winners will go to the semifinals right away. The losers will await for the winner of the play-ins, and this is the cast for the play-ins. Ranks 5 to 10 teams who will battle it out in knockout matches. So from this day moving forward, the play-in really do or die for them.
As of right now, all teams are still alive, and we would like to clarify and correct the tournament format. In our previous broadcast, matchups in the next phase were mistakenly switched, and we want to apologize for any confusion this may have caused. But now, ito, Ayel, this is the play-in stage. This is how it will unfold, and we take a look at the teams here and how they want to get to the championship. Tingnan natin paano pupunta doon ang mga teams na titira.
Yep, now that we have cleared that one out, CAPITAL1 versus Galleries, whoever wins will face next lead, and later on Zeus and Chocomucho, whoever wins will face Akari, and the winner of the step ladder will face again the winners of the qualifying round, another single round robin. Top 2 teams will play in the finals. Bottom 2 teams will play for the battle for bronze, and the battle for bronze will be a best of 3 series, the same as for the finals. Again, it's still a long road to the finals for all the teams, and all teams at this point still have a chance.
And to go to the finals for these 2 teams, it will be a long process, a tall ladder to climb, but it is one game at a time for these 2 teams. Let's talk about first the Galleries Tower High-Risers because it's been an up and down journey. Although there were games na upset nila yung next lead, diba, Ayel? But 2 players we have to talk about because they have really been the dynamic duo. This is Julia Coronel and Nang Aiza Maiza Pontillas. And you know, I asked Julia, Ayel, what's it like to play with Nang Aiza? Sabi niya, she felt like she grew as a player and as a leader. And that's what we want to hear from your top setter here in the PVL.
No, exactly. I'm sure Aiza Maiza Pontillas still has that veteran presence, and timely for her to step up in their past 2 games, 17 points apiece for her. Meanwhile, Julia Coronel had her best setting performance against the Solar Spikers. 25 excellent sets. 4 attackers were in double digits in that match. So Aiza's scoring production as well as Julia's commanding presence will be heavily needed today against CAPITAL1, who is currently a higher ranked team against them.
Well, Ayel and Jaime, these 2 players also are part of the top and early voting returns in the All-Star Showcase, and that is why if you want to see these players as well, make sure that you vote. Don't forget to vote because you can vote on the pvl.ph/all-star. Again, don't forget to vote. You can also vote and you can watch this on the Filipinas Live app. And you know what, Jaime and Ayel, I got the chance to talk to Juju Coronel because it's a perfect timing that she was also featured in this connection with Nang Aiza, because it's nice to see that the connection of the youngs and the veterans are present here in the PVL, because when she shared with me the journey that they've had so far in the conference, as you mentioned, Jaime, They struggled early on in this conference, a lot of problems that they had to deal with, and they really had to make room for a lot of things. Hence, you know, the chemistry is there, the connection is there. That was their initial problem. But now, when they're mid-conference, we're in this play-in tournament, their problem right now is really activating the middle blockers. So that's what they're really trying to kapain ngayong moment lang ito. And also, you know, there's a birthday girl who's also celebrating her birthday today. Maji Mangulab.
Yeah, happy birthday, Maji Mangulab. As you mentioned, Lexi, they want the activation in the middles. They're currently 10th in receiving overall. Kaya that's one department they want to improve heavily in this match. They have capable attackers, but it will all start in good passing for the Galleries Tower High Risers.
And here's the thing, they actually tried that in their last game versus Capital 1. That was the game we've seen the most that they tried to activate Jean Aces, who did score 14 points. Pero yun nga lang, first ball, Ayel, we might be talking about that a lot in the importance of that in this do-or-die game. Although, kailangan talaga maganda yung first ball nila because they will be going up against a server who serves hard in Micaela Belen. She serves hard, she serves heavy, and she is serving the fans here in the PVL with the way she is playing. MVP-like numbers here for Belen.
Serving high-quality volleyball, really MVP numbers for Bella Belen. We're not surprised. These are familiar stat lines for Bella Belen. Number 1 in scoring, 2 in receiving, 4th in spiking, 4th in serving, 5th in digging. An all-around player who can do it all for the Solar Spikers, averaging 24.22 points per match, carry the bigger load of scoring. Her individual brilliance will be important today, but team chemistry will also determine their fate.
Well, team chemistry is also something that the Capital 1 Solar Spikers is working on. But before anything else, I'm sure that a lot of these PVL fans would want to see Bella Belen on the All-Star Showcase. That is why if you want to see her or the rest of the Capital 1 Solar Spikers, don't forget to vote because voting is now online for the Volleyball All-Star Showcase in Candon City, which is happening on May 1st. So make sure you cast your votes on pvl.ph/all-star. Now, Ayel, you were talking about team chemistry. You know, this is also something that the kind of chemistry that Bella Belen and Jazz Tabor was able to work on early on this conference. But if you take a look at it, they also didn't have the best of start in the first few months of the PVL All-Filipino Conference. But one thing that they noticed, and that one thing that Jazz Tabor did share with me, is that a lot of team chemistry building and bonding that they really did to really even out the playing field and really even out the stats for them. Because as you can see, you know, look how they shine right now. They've been through a lot, and if you see the stats, madami talagang players that's been activated. And also, the first ball is very important for them, which is also what Jazz shared with me.
Well, they do well when they are showcasing their digging skills, kaya sila number 1. But I'd also like to point this, Ayel. Pag may secondary scorer, so when we see Sid Niego, Shaya Adorador, Franz Ronquillo in the last game, they do well. They get the ramp-up win. So that secondary scorer might be something that we'll find out today, right?
Yeah, exactly. They're 17 attacking, but they were able to out-attack Galleries in their previous match. So I guess that's something that will boost their confidence today.
Yeah, well, again, to our PVL fans, of course, if you want to see your favorite PVL stars or PVL athletes, make sure to cast your votes now because the All-Star Showcase voting is online on pvl.ph/all-star. Now, to everyone who is watching on the Pilipinas Live app, we do have an exclusive poll question of the day for you. And that question is, which big-time scorer will power her team to victory? Well, on your screens, we have Nang Aiza Maizo Pontillas from the Galleries Tower High Risers. Or is it going to be Bella Belen from the Capital 1 Solar Spikers? You can also join in the conversation using hashtag PVL2026.
Ang ganda! Rookie versus the vet in this do-or-die game. I love our theme for today. And now I think it's safe that we could set the stage. We will leave you with this feature in What's the Sitch with Camps Victoria and Juju Angeles. And then, first serve coming up in this do-or-die game between Galleries and Capital 1.
Bukod sa'yo, ako?
Ay, nahirapan siya day talaga. Hi, this is Juju Angeles.
I'm Camps Victoria, and this is What's the Sitch?
Who from the team would make the best coach? Juju Coronel. Oh, di ba? Appear.
May leadership siya.
Yeah. Kasi right after trainings, nagsasabi din talaga siya eh.
Who from the team would you trust to receive a crucial serve?
Oh no!
Bukod sa'yo, Sinang.
Tinang. Si Love ako. Kasi ano siya, receive specialist siya sa other team niya before. Kaya
Okay.
siya.
Ako kasi based sa nakikita ko sa training.
Sa
ang
training,
ang
galing.
kanina.
Nakatayo lang, no?
Who from the team would make the best courtside reporter?
Courtside reporter.
Julia!
Julia.
Angel. Charay. Coronel.
Yes, Julia Siden. Ang galing niya po magsalita kahit super hen-hen niya talaga.
Hen.
Hen-hen.
Who would you trust to score the game-winning point? Feeling ko, ako? Charot! Tinang!
1, 2, 3. Na super veteran namin. And meron din siyang experience when it comes championship points. Yes. Championship points.
Period.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the All-Filipino Conference of the Premier Volleyball League, the heart of volleyball. This is now the play-in phase of the tournament, a battle for survival where each team must keep on winning to make it to the semifinal round. For match number 46, with 2 wins and 5 losses, ranked number 9 after the preliminaries, our Galleries Tower High Risers, and currently ranked number 8 with 4 wins and 5 losses, our CAPITAL1 Solar Spikers. Officiating this match, we have national referees. First referee, Bobby Celso. Second referee, Miss Justine Navidad. Let's welcome our starting lineup from our Galleries Tower High Risers. Let's begin with their team captain. She wears jersey number 5, Julia Cyril Coronel. At number 8, Aiza Pontilias. Wearing jersey number 10, Jean Asis. At number 12, Rosel Baliton. Wearing jersey number 15, Maria Shola Alvarez. At number 17, Erica Jean Deloria. Starting libero is number 7, Baby Love Barbon. Head coach, Mr. Clarence, Coach Ayin. Calling on our CAPITAL1 Solar Spikers. Let's begin with jersey number 2, Jasmine Nabor. At number 4, Micaela Belen. Wearing jersey number 8, Ezra Princess Madrigal. At number 13, Franz Elise Ronquillo. Number 16 is Sydney May Niegos. And number 24, Cherry Rose Nunag. Starting libero is their team captain, number 19, Roma May Dormal. Head coach, Mr. Jorge De Brito. This match is under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusement Board. Match number 46, the first play.
Let's take a look at the starters for the Galleries Tower High Risers, of course led by Juju Coronel and Nang Aiza Maizo Pontillas. We see Shola Alvarez getting the start here in today's game against her former team in the CAPITAL1 Solar Spikers, led by who else? Micaela Belen, looking to be the leader in this do-or-die game. And as I talked about with my partner Ayel, secondary score will be something to be looked at.
Yep.
Will it be Ronquillo, Niegos? And sometimes it's Shaya Adorador. That's a big key for today's game. As we'd like to welcome you here in the heart of volleyball in the Phil Oil Center. Do or die game in the step ladder play-ins. The winner of this game will face the next lead Chameleons.
A big game again for both of the teams. Now or never. One team moves forward, the other ends their campaign as the High Risers starting strong with a quick attack from Asis.
Well, saktong-sakto sa report ni Lexi. They're looking for more of their middles for today's game. That one actually coming from a broken play. Juju to serve. Steady first pass to the opposite side, Niegos. Barbon says, I'm right here. Alvarez, cross court. Ronquillo with the coverage. Back row, Belen. That has been automatic this conference.
Yep. Micaela Belen has been highly efficient from all sides of the court, so you can expect her to keep on scoring for the Solar Spikers.
Not the best first pass out of system here. Alvarez. At nagawan pa rin ang paraan.
And that's going to be good for the High Risers. So we talked about them on top of the coverage, 10th in receiving. So their wing attackers will need to work harder in today's game, especially on those broken plays.
That's the last time these two teams met. It was Capital winning in 4 sets. Could have been a 5-setter, but Galleries lost control there in set number 4. In the meantime, that is neutralized. Barbon will play setter for Nang. Jazz Nabor with the dig. Balik kay Niegos, and that is stopped by Jean Asis.
And if there's one department they can really bank on talking about the High Risers, that's going to be their net defense. Take a look at that. No angles open in that sequence.
Service. Alvarez.
Jazz. Belen now in the front. That is good for Micaela Belen.
All clean attacks to start things off here for Belen. Take a look at that. A simple cross-court attack, but it's all about the right angles for Belen.
She thrives in these types of games, as we saw
She
in the
loves high-pressure games.
in the UAAP, right? Meantime, Jazz, balik kay Belen. Still in play. Galleries will challenge that.
Took them a little while to decide whether to challenge that or not.
So a block touch challenge. From our angle, look like walang blockers, but we'll see with the challenge here.
Belen actually wanting to go for off the block attack.
Not yet operation.
I love the interaction of the players and the front row. They will have to replay the point.
So Capital 1 now serving here.
Serving for Capital 1.
Juju. Nang Aiza. There's the duo we were talking about.
Yep, and Barbon will be crucial in that dynamics. That good first ball will allow Coronel really to orchestrate the offense more smoothly. Faster set that time, so a loose block coming from Capital 1.
Serving for the High Risers.
A far serve for Jean Asis. Doromal will bump it. Belen sending it over. Juju. Deloria neutralized. Counter attack from the right pin. Sid Niegos. Good coverage there by Deloria. Back row Alvarez. Easily dug. Long rally we have here. Here's Jean. Deloria block. Longest exchange of the match so far. And it is still in play. Asis. Now Doromar with the dig. Still good. Can this be it? Cherry Luna with a put away.
Just a perfect decision for Nabor after a long rally. Great digging from both of the teams. But Capital One has to remember they have Nunag in the front row. She scored 14 points in the twin against the High Risers. So she will also be crucial today.
Umabot ba ng 1 minute yung rally na yun? Parang 1 minute, no?
Parang kailangan mo mag-break, Jaime.
That was a long exchange, and Terry Nunag with back-to-back points.
That point earlier is just giving Nunag more confidence here that time. Just taking that regalo, very comfortable to get a point for the Solar Spikers.
Actually had their best game versus Galleries in their last match with 14 points. High set for Deloria. What a cross-court angle.
Yep. Deloria with an open block on the cross-court angle. Just putting more power on that attack. Take a look at that. Another player that will need to deliver the numbers today.
Nabor bumps it to the other end. Belen finding the corner.
Belen making it look so easy to score points here. Bump set from Nabor and Belen finding that again.
Ella Belen serving for Solar Spikers.
Here's Micaela Belen, number 4 server in the PVL. Deloria slowed down by the blockers. Slide attack for Nunag. Oh, she is activated early.
And you mentioned earlier, Jaime, they will need that second scorer. Right now, it has been Nunag for them. A great production while she's on the front row.
Service. Belen.
Steady first pass. Galing kay Barbon, and that is the result.
Baliton.
You've got to appreciate the efforts of Coronel activating the middles, making sure that they are a threat. Earlier assist, this time Baliton using that height and length.
Erica Deloria.
6-all.
Galleries Tower.
Erica Deloria now serving. That one straight to the net.
3 point for the Solar Spikers. Cherry Nunag serving for Capital One.
Coronel, that's a tough set. Ronquillo now in the front.
Ronquillo
Good coverage
off
there.
the
First
block.
point for Franz Ronquillo. And that leads to our first technical timeout with a 2-point lead.
First technical timeout, 8, Capital One, 6, Galleries Tower.
Welcome back, PVL fans, to this, what our barker would say, a battle of survival. You know, the Capital One Solar Spikers got to catch up early on in this match, now that we're at the end of the first technical timeout. But I want to highlight at this moment, Erica Deloria, who's shared with me that there's more trust with how she's playing, because that kind of trust is really what pushes her to do good and to do better for the team that she's with. Being, you know, part of the starting 6, that really pushed her to contribute at the best possible manner. And at this point, there is that sense of urgency for them to really get a grip and get a better hold of the ball and better control of the game as well. Now, if you want to see our stars as well playing, make sure to cast your votes, because our online PVL All-Star Showcase is now present on the pvl.ph/allstars, so make sure you cast your votes. Back to you, Jaime and Ayel.
Thank you so much, Lexi. Well, Erica Deloria, she got the trust And we see it in the way that she performs, a revelation
Yep.
here in the All-Filipino Conference with the way that she's been playing.
Jasmine Nabor.
Sometimes it
serving.
takes one good opportunity for some players to really shine.
Liton striking from the middle. Jazz, easy over. Coronel playing hitter. Almost works. It will be a chance ball. Juju loves these. Jean assist. Blocked by Ronquillo. Good coverage. Isa pa. And it is still in play. Roll shot. Buhay pa rin ang bola.
Another long rally.
Alvarez will try. Coronel to the other side. Nang. Jervina. Another long exchange. Juju. And undiggable there.
Off the
Ending
hand
that
of Belen.
long rally.
Eight. Serving now.
Solid coverage coming from the high risers. They had a couple of attempts, but you've got to give it to the net defense of Capital One. But high risers staying patient in each coverage, and finally a chance ball for Asis to put that one down.
Full front line now for Coronel. Not the best first pass. They will go out of system. Barbon picking it up easily. Ang Aiza, dug by Belen. Ronquillo will counter. We're seeing extremely long rallies in set number 1 so far. We continue with Alvarez. Barbon keeping it in play. Nang adjusts. Jazz will set. Here comes Niegos.
Ooh,
Niegos on the hitter.
just a miscue there to end that long rally. Deloria and Barbon hesitating. But take a look at that. Another good touch from Alvarez. You can just sense that both of these teams want to stay alive, really. I mean, each rally, high-quality volleyball.
Hindi naman kami nagmamadali. We're here
Take
all
your
day.
time.
Ronquillo serving.
Kahit madaming rally pa yan. 10 serving 8. Alvarez, this will be a free ball here for Capital One. Nabor takes a look. We'll see Belen.
Belen through the
Unstoppable so
Yep.
far with 4
11,
points.
serving eight.
And that's a good play coming from Nabor, pulling Belen inner into the court. Blockers really out of system that time on the side of the high risers.
Sharp serve for Ronquillo. They will ad-lib. Jazz to the opposite side for Niegos. Juju. Quickly. Ooh,
Too low to
this
cross.
time there by Madrigal
Yep.
and Jazz Nabor.
Yeah, they did not connect that time, Nabor and Madrigal. But Nabor also having the intention to get the middles going, but not that time for them.
So it will be 9 serving 11 here.
Shola Alvarez serving for the high risers.
Jazz sending it to Micaela Belen. Coronel sends it to Pascual, who just entered and makes her presence felt right away.
And that was a perfect set coming from Coronel.
Spike of the set brought to you by Dunkin, pasalubong ng bayan.
Sharpest attack so far coming from the high risers.
Service Alvarez.
Good serve for Sola Alvarez. Niegos, that's inside, and a kill block for Galleries.
We're tied at
And
11.
Nabor trying to lessen the load on Belen in this rotation, but she has been read. Take a look at that. 2 blockers against Niegos that time.
Service.
5th deadlock now of the game. Nabor will adjust for Madrigal, and it works for Ezra.
Ball is in.
Just enough touch that time from Madrigal to get that ball over.
Ezra Madrigal serving for Capital One.
Madrigal actually barely saw action in that matchup versus Galleries a couple days ago. This time she will cover the floor. There's a battle at the net. Won by Sid Niegos.
And these are the missed opportunities for the high risers. This is the second ball na high enough for them to actually recycle the rally, but no one actually committing to keep that rally alive.
Niegos scoring her second point of the match. And that one is the service error by Madrigal.
Still a tight game here.
Oh, it's going to be tight. When we take a look at the sets scoring in the last game, almost every set is close to 30 minutes. Misreceived. Nunag sending it across. Coronel will go to the open for Gail Pascual, doing what she does best.
Yep.
We're tied at 13.
Flying high, scoring, all power again on Pascual. I mean, coming off the bench and creating some impact right away. Actually making some noise right away, especially in the attacking department.
Nabor had to chase. Drop ball for Belen won't work. Counter attack ng Aiza, not the set she wanted. A bump set back to Belen. She will go cross court. Good dig by Jean Asis. Pascual slowed down by the block. Here we go again. Belen denied.
Belen turned
And
back.
that gallery's wall.
Baliton
And they expected that already to go to Bella Belen. They have the tallest of their blockers there, Maizo Pontillas and Baliton, teaming up to deny Bella Belen.
Guys, it's not only power, okay? Huh? You put there, start again. You check because she did A quick, +5 is already double block. You go higher, we start again, and you give in a gap for her. One step inside and put here because she's only cross, okay?
Coach Jorge reminding everyone that it's not all about power. Right now, the blocking of the high risers is working for them, so they have to start to play it smart, actually find different ways to score.
First ball. Also problematic here for Capital One.
But that one's still savable as a rally, but Normal and Niegos with a miscue, something we've seen on the side of the high risers also. So it will really boil down to those small details for both squads.
Jazz. Chance ball galleries. Coronel going quickly to Baliton. Sent back, so they go to Pascual. And Gail Pascual now with 3 points off the bench.
Second technical.
Good momentum here for the high risers.
Galleries
Talk about being ready. Second technical timeout.
Capital One. End of the second technical timeout. Serving for Galleries Tower, number 10, Jean
Escandor
Asis.
and Joshua David supporting Capital One here.
Regalo, Baliton.
Number 1 fans ni Pauline Gaston. We have a challenge on the floor, reaching beyond.
Reaching beyond the net. Challenges, reaching beyond the net. Capital One.
Now that's going to be a second challenge here.
Capital was up by 3, and then the insertion of Gail Pascual shifted the momentum with her 3 attack points. And if this challenge is unsuccessful, Galleries will be up by 4 points. No reaching beyond there.
Baliton did not touch the ball.
Reaching beyond the net.
So that's going to be an unsuccessful challenge
for
for
the Solar Spikers.
the Solar
Galleries
Spikers.
Towers.
It's Gail Pascual with her
With the serve.
3 points off the bench. Has been a spark plug. Jean Assis has been serving really well here in this set number 1. Nang Aiza, that is read by Cherry Nunag.
Now, Bella Belen and Cherry Nunag adjusting that time, closing down the cross-court angle of Isa Maizo Pontillas.
Oh, that was from Belen, that block.
Yeah.
The first kill block of the game.
Tolenada.
And her 5 points. We're seeing a double substitution here with Leila Cruz and Iris Tolenada.
Iris
Now,
Tolenada.
Coach Jorge wants a complete front row, more options for offense.
A high bump set for Pascual. I'll just give it to her, sabi Juju Coronel.
Well, she got the hot hands right now, and it has been working for the high risers, but I'm sure Cruz was there to slow down Pascual, but Pascual just able to power through that time.
Iris, back row Ronquillo, picked up by Alvarez. Pascual, that time slowed down by 2 blockers. Micaela Belen is denied.
Belen turned back.
Again, you
Coronel.
mentioned earlier, these two teams just faced each other a few days ago. So I'm sure they're very familiar with how they're playing. And Belen has been silenced a couple of points already.
Timeout on the floor, 5-point lead for Galleries.
First option can be here. It's fine. Okay, instead of this one. If you're in a different position that she was at the back, she'll be. Okay? Leila, are you ready? So we have the 2 wings. You put the quicker coming here. The receiver's back, okay? So let's fight, come on. You did this before. You did this before, come on.
Second timeout there for the Solar Spikers, who are now down by 5 points. So this is the point where they need a quick side out. They don't want the high risers to gain more lead here.
Isa Pontillas serving.
Chance ball once again for Galleries. Coronel slide attack, Baliton.
Back quick.
A spectacular playmaking right now for Coronel, finding the right attacker at the right time. She has been feeding Pascual earlier, but this time giving Baliton a good set with a loose block.
This is now the biggest lead, Ayel, of Galleries in set number 1. Belen now looking to take charge. Back row Alvarez, easily picked up by Iris. A bump set close to the net for Cruz. And that has to feel good for Leila Cruz.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be huge for Cruz and the Solar Spikers. A much needed side out. And actually an excellent attack coming from Cruz there, going cross court.
Micaela Belen serving for the Solar Spikers.
And the point for Capital1.
Positional fault called on the high risers.
Rotational violation there again. The small details can turn things around here, so the high risers has to be careful. A free point
Service
for
Belen.
Capital1.
And they have to be aware that the last set they played before this, they were in the lead.
Yep.
So that has to be a learning experience. I have
Look at
learned
that.
my lesson, sabi ni
21,
Baliton.
16.
She has been lethal offensively here for the high risers, and another perfect set on that quick attack.
Serving for Galleries Towers.
4 points for Assis, 4 points for Baliton. That's 8 points from the middle blockers here. They are sticking to their game plan. Cruz sending
Ball
it
is out.
long.
22.
And that's gonna sail out. No challenge for the Solar Spikers.
3 away here for Galleries Tower.
Pascual.
Solenada, back set, Cruz, asking for a check.
Ball is out. 23-16.
And none will be given by our first referee. Couple of hitting errors.
Yep, tough errors also, just giving the high risers an easier time to close this one out.
Good serve.
He scores
Service
an ace.
ace for Gail Pascual as we arrive at set point Galleries.
Risers.
Some luck from Capital One, but also some great executions on the side of the high risers. Again, Pascual has been a spark plug.
Another great serve. Bump set, Adorador, denied.
Adorador denied. High
The
risers.
blocking was the
take over set
highlight
at
on the side of the
25.
high risers. They've closed down Micaela Belen earlier. This time, it was Adorador.
Pure Gold always panalo. Play of the set brought to you by Pure Gold. Sa Pure Gold always panalo. And that reaction showcasing that they just won their first set here with a score of 25-16. Galleries taking set number 1 here in this do-or-die game versus Capital One Solar Spikers. In 28 minutes, there were long exchanges, but then Galleries just pulled away in the end there, Ariel, led by their steady blocking and, like you said, the stability of Juju Coronel.
Yep, and the spark plug off the bench also in Pascual. They needed to increase the intensity, and it was the attacking of Pascual that really started the momentum on the side of the high risers. But again, as we mentioned, Julia Coronel also with a balanced playmaking, everyone chipping in points, making sure that they stay unpredictable. Meanwhile, for the Capital One Solar Spikers, they have been checked, they have been blocked, even their leading scorer in Micaela Belen. So they will need to find other ways to score points here. As you see the numbers on your screens, the same number of attack points here for both teams, but blocking, we also mentioned that that was the highlight, especially on that last point. 5 kill blocks against 2 for the Solar Spikers, and the Solar Spikers also committing more errors. They have 6 against a clean execution on the side of the high risers. Only 2 errors overall in that first set.
The high risers built a high wall versus Capital One. And they pulled away there in the end. Pero nag-iba yung momentum nung pumasok talaga si Gail Pascual.
Yeah, 5 points in that first set. Still coming off the bench. Pumasok siya in the middle of the set na and racked up the points right away. Meanwhile, Belen is the leading scorer for Capital One, also with 5 points.
So let's see if Capital One can bounce back here in set number 2. Once again, thank you so much for joining us here on One Sports Plus, Pilipinas Live app. Jaime Escalon with Ayel Estroniero and Lexi Rodriguez, our courtside. This is our first game in the play-ins. Couple of do-or-die games. Nang.
Great reaction there.
Gene Asis playing a really good game. A free ball. Naboris back in. Ronquillo will try. Nang Aiza was right there to deflect. Now she will attack. Buhay pa rin. Battle at the net. It is with Galleries. Alvarez will try. Picked up by Doromal. We continue with a back row by Micaela Belen.
Belen.
Now, if you need to score a point for Capital One, who will you go to but Micaela Belen? But we have to mention the footy of Isa Maiza Pontillas becoming a classic here in the PVL.
Tatak ng Aiza. Service ace.
Capital One starting strong here. Ronquillo with a floater there, just dropping right in front of Pascual.
Coronel, high bump set, Alvarez. Jazz, toss for Belen. And first referee saying no
out.
check.
Capital One also will not challenge that.
High risers get their
I
first
mean,
point.
the high risers, they have been clean in their execution and movement
Shola
inside the court.
Alvarez with the serve.
At their first pass, Niegos. Sent back by Pascual. They go to the other side. Belen drop ball. Gale was right there. Nang Aiza playing center. The chase by Barbon. Chance ball, Capital One. Who will Nabor go to? Who else? Another chance ball here. Looking to capitalize. Nabor. Coronel. And it is still in play. Another long exchange. Nang Aiza drop ball. IQ play.
Capital One was already scrambling that time in floor defense. The reason why they could not stabilize their first ball. But again, the high risers, just clean execution. I mean,
Again, another 1 minute rally.
and the veteran has been stepping up. We have to talk about Isa Maizo Pontillas in all departments so far.
And we're tied at 2. Sharp serve for Alvarez. Good deflections there by the blockings of Galleries. Nang will push. Jazz. Back row, Ronquillo. Jean Assis getting creative on that attempt. And let's add Lexi back to the group chat. Lexi?
Thanks, Jaime and Ayel. Well, you know, initially, when I got to talk to the Capital One Solar Spikers, they did tell me that when they're under pressure, they really don't do good because they're not the type of team that would thrive under pressure because it's all about mental games. But what Jazz Nabor told me also is that at this point, when you're also catching up early on this match, you really need to be more creative and you really need to be more aggressive. And the best thing to go to is to also go to your best player, which is Bella Belen, as well as what you said, Ayel. But this is not enough. It's not enough that they just score points because they also need to be smarter as well. Back to you, Jaime and Ayel.
Thank you so much, Lexi. Well, you do need to get creative now in a sense that Galleries' blockings are steady since set number 1.
And you can see the hesitation on the side of Capital One. A lot of miscues on their end. They will need to find a way to get their confidence back here because Galleries all confidence right now.
Pauline Gaston just checked in. And Niegos asking for a touch. Will they challenge?
There's a challenge on the call by Capital One. For
A block touch challenge by the Solar Spikers. When we take a look at the scoring tally here, 5 points for Jean Assis and 5 points for Rosel Baliton. So that's 10 points from your middle blockers.
And they have been highly productive today. And that's what they wanted to happen. The involvement of the middles, sharing the load with all the wing attackers.
No block touch.
There's no block touch.
Quite near, but did not touch the fingertips of Pascual.
Unsuccessful challenge here for Coach Jorge. And now a 3-point lead for Galleries. They are serving long and strong. Niegos with a block breaker.
Off the block.
Attacking faster that time. Using that wrist action to power through. Let's take a second look on that. in between the blockers. Much needed on the side of Niegos.
For the Solar Spikers.
Coronel to Jean Assis, wide open.
Again, we talked about the first ball involving the middles.
Spike of the set brought to you by Dunkin Pasalubong ng Bayan.
Quick side out coming from the high risers.
For Galleries Tower.
Belen, back row. Alvarez, secondary setter here for Nang Aiza, who finds another spot wide open.
You know, the high risers did their homework. They know the weak spots on the floor defense of Capital One. Take a look at that. All about placement for Aiza Maizo Puntillas.
So Tolenada will check back in along with Leila Cruz.
An early double sub for the Solar Spikers.
So Assis continues to serve. This has been the rotation when Jean Assis is serving na nakabuelo sila with the lead.
Yeah, in the first set.
And an easy dump down for Baliton. Galleries with the momentum and with the 5-point lead for our first technical timeout.
3, Capital One.
UAAP Season 88 Volleyball is in full swing. Watch the games every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday on the Pilipinas Live app. Also available on the UAAP Varsity channel in One Sports, because legends start here.
Service.
Like Jean Assis, that's where she started. And now making her waves in the pros. Cherry Nunag's slide attack was put up. Nang Aiza, that runner. Belen. She has been covered here at the net. Nang Aiza down the line. A bit wide.
Wanting to play crafty that time. She has been slowed down in that cross-court angle. But that down-the-line attack still won't work.
Iris Tolenada.
Full front line now for Iris. Sharp serve. Coronel. Pascual. She was the hot hand in the first set. Micaela Belen. Just breaking the block.
But you know, the high risers has been working hard to put two blockers against Micaela Belen, but that time just strong enough to get through the hands of Baliton.
Coronel, high set for Gale. Pascual, same move.
Breaks the block.
Pascual has been breaking the blocks of Capital One. Take a look at that. Too early also on that jump for the Solar Spikers.
Iris goes to the opposite side. Leila Cruz straight down.
I mean, if you take a look at the height of Leila Cruz, she is a tall wing attacker. So you want to utilize that against the high risers that time. A small gap fully utilized by Cruz.
Hard serve for Belen. Battle at the net. It's with Galleries. Iris. Back to Cruz. Drop ball. Picked up by Juju. Pascual flying in. And they are the #1 digging team for a reason. Coronel to the quick. Another long exchange. Regalo for Gail Pascual.
Down the line.
An awkward bump set there coming from Nunag. Just giving away that regalo straight to the hands of Pascual. Again, it has been the small details here that Capital One has to polish up right away.
7 points now for Gail Pascual. Tolenada back row. Belen had to adjust. Aiza Maizo Pontillas was dug. And it's Cruz once again. That's a smart placement shot.
With a well-placed
That's
shot.
just bet moves coming from Aiza Maizo Pontillas. Knowing how the pattern is on the side of Capital One.
That is experience
Yep.
in full display.
Yeah, and court awareness.
5-point lead once again for Galleries. Coronel. We send it to Alvarez. That is a kill block for Nunag and Cruz working together.
Yep. And this is also why you want Cruz on the court. She is a tall wing attacker. So hindi lang attacking yung mabibigay niya, but also that net defense.
Serving for Capital One.
Combination for Chola Alvarez.
Center attack.
Again,
12. Serving
the playmaking of Coronel really worth highlighting here. Earlier, a kill block from Cruz going for that combination play.
Marcel Baliton. Serving for Galleries Tower.
Tolenada. Adorador could not get that one. Iris this time, back row, Belen. That has been the go-to.
And Bella Belen has been efficient on that pipe attack. Take a second look at that. Going straight to the hands of Maizo Pontillas.
It's hard to stop her. You pray to contain her. That is wide.
As is wanting to avoid the blockers or go for the hands of the blockers. But no go that time. Capital One starting to find the rhythm here with a little bit of help from the high risers.
Cruz will serve. From the pipe, Pascual, dogged by Cruz. Adorador, covered there by Alvarez. Gervina will play center. Back row for Belen. It's kept alive. Back row for Pascual. On we go. Tolenada.
And Tolenada loves those 1-2 plays. Quick to decide that time to go for that 1-2.
Mini run here for Capital One. 3-0 run. That Tolenada and Leila Cruz double sub giving dividends here. Fight na lang ako. But nonetheless, they've been really...
Just when you praised them.
Always happens. Coronel now with the full front line with Pascual in the back row. Iris, slide attack for Pauline Gaston.
It took a while for Coach Jorge to find the right mix of players on the court. Tolenada, Cruz coming off the bench, even Gaston, but even Adorador as well. But right now, things are working for them.
Tough step, by the way, from Iris Tolenada.
Yeah.
Assist with velocity.
You will never run out of intensity if you have Asis on your team. So aggressive, especially as an attacker. Take a look at that. Another be quick attack for Jean Asis.
Oh, natulak pa siya. So, sobrang ganda ng play. Iris, slide attack, attempt won't work. Pascual from the left pin, like you said, they're finding the open zone.
And it's all about communication for them. Coronel and Barbon was there to go for that setup, but Barbon taking the lead and Coronel letting that one go. Again, these are the small details that has been working for the high risers.
Iris, Belen, tough angle, no problem.
And you can just expect a point if the set goes to Micaela Belen, connecting well that time with Tolenada. A sharper cross also making Barbon work on the defense.
Asis. Got the check. First referee pointing to the side of Galleries.
16. Galleries foul.
So, no challenge there by Capital One. Technical timeout here in set number 2. The 2026 MPTC Tour of Luzon is back, bigger, bolder, and tougher than ever. Local and international cyclists face a grueling 14-stage battle across 13 provinces and 5 regions. An 1,800-kilometer test of endurance, speed, and strategy. Don't miss a single moment. Catch all the action live on the Pilipinas Live app, also on One Sports and One Sports Plus. 1,800 kilometers. Parang kakasabi ko lang.
Sounds impossible.
Sounds impossible. Good luck to them. Enjoy, guys. Back here in the Phil Oil Center. Good dig by Jean Asis. Back row. Alvarez had to adjust. It's Cruz now from the back. Asis will play setter for Nang, Aiza, Maizo, Pontillas.
Just efficient attacking right now for the high risers. Again, a big part would be not just a playmaking of Julia Coronel, but also how comfortable all the players are setting up their teammates.
Got a timeout on the floor on the side of Capital One. They're down by 5.
If it's okay, now you're at the back, yeah? So you're the only option, go long, center, start. You have to make these guys go running all to give the space for them, okay? Space for them is short, is long, go to that side. I don't want you to drop. I need them to be aware that they are going and they receive. Okay. Then you have to fill the space for the guy to the open and fight when the ball.
Ate, sa isa lang, kaya ka lang yan. Tulong. Kapitan!
Coach Jorge exclusively talking to Iris Tolenada that time. This is a challenging rotation for them, only 2 attackers. So you want to split the blockers on the other side of the court because blocking has been good on the side of the high risers.
Let's see how they will respond after the timeout. Cherry Nunag is the response they were looking for.
And that's the way to go with only 2 attackers and you have a middle who can go for that slide attack. Take a look at that. Even Alvarez was out, Pascual rather, was out of position on that block.
Full front line now for Tolenada to work with. Coronel, high set, Pascual leaping. Good pick up there by Adorador. Micaela Belen, 2 blockers, no problem.
She has been a block breaker here for the Solar Spikers. You can always expect 2 blockers in front of Micaela Belen. That's how good she is as a scorer. But she has been producing more points here.
10 points, first player in double digits. Aiza Maizo. Good pick up by Jervina, but a free ball left for Galleries. Barbon, a bump for Nang Aiza. Jervina was there to cover. Now it's Cruz from the right pin. And they cut this lead down to 2.
And that's also because more players are chipping in points. Nunag and Cruz contributing right now.
Timing lang doon sa atake, timing lang. Tapos, choice ka lang. Gail, kailangan natin ito. Medyo malaki na yung nasa iyo. Medyo galaw mo lang yung bola mo. Okay? Sige. Stop na tayo, stop na. Stop.
Hey, Galleries!
Coach Clarence Esteban reminding Pascual that she has a taller blocker in Cruz right now, so she will need to make some adjustments, some combination plays also on the side of Coronel will work here for the high risers.
Serving number 10, Iris Coronada.
There we go, a combination play for Pascual.
Right off the timeout. Pascual now with 9 points as well.
And this is the reason why high risers is on them. They're quick to adjust in game.
Iris quickly. Lunag, buhay pa rin ang bola. Chance ball para sa Capital 1. Iris. Bibigay kay Belen. Why not? What a set for Belen with 6 of her 11 points.
And you love how Tolenada was pulling Nunag to the right pin and going for that shoot set to Micaela Belen. Really an open block on the cross-court angle.
Pascual again. That time it's red.
And that's starting to be predictable here. Pascual scored one earlier. Capital 1 reading that Coronel was going to go for another combination play. More prepared net defense that time for the Solar Spikers.
Biggest lead of Galleries was 5. It's down to 1. Slide attack, Baliton. And we are tied at 18.
A good climb here coming from the Solar Spikers. Again, they have a complete front row, a tall one at that. And it has been forcing the high risers to commit attack errors.
It's a tough bump set for Pascual. Good coverage for Galleries. Free ball. This is for the lead. It's tight. Cruz adjusts and takes the lead.
A change of momentum here, clearly swinging on the side of the Solar Spikers.
A 7-1 run for the Solar Spikers. They now have a 1-point lead with the number 4 server now serving. Pascual from the opposite side, and that is inside for Gail Pascual, now in double digits.
She knows how to play in that right pin. She has played as an opposite before, that time right at the corner pocket.
Race to 6. Cruz. Alvarez. There's a whistle. Net touch on Nunag, I believe.
Called on the Solar Spikers.
Too aggressive on that net defense for the Solar Spikers. Consistency is going to be key here.
Solenada. Pinabawi si Cruz. That is sent back. Iris to Shaya. Coronel, 1-2 play.
Unexpected.
Smart
from
move
Coronel.
coming from
21.
Coronel. She knows that they were waiting for her to set that one up.
Take a look at that one more time. An intelligent play for Juju Coronel. 2-point lead for Galleries.
You do something. So you do this above the net, not on the back. Above the net, you're gonna fight. When you put two guys there, it's one here. Two guys there, it's here. So trust the process. If you want to do set for her, confident, gonna be. Okay?
Just a chance to regroup there for the Solar Spikers. They had a good run earlier. They just need to get the momentum back on their side.
Coronel coming off that great 1-2 play for a bit more breathing room here for Galleries.
Gail Pascual serving.
Pascual. It's a tough set for Cruz. Layla, that is outside.
22. 19.
Awkward approach also there coming from Cruz. Can't afford to commit more errors here. Talking about the Solar Spikers.
A 4-0 run now in response to a 7-1 run. Now Aiza with the pickup. Iris will set, Adorador will attack, and Adorador will score.
That long shot will work for the Solar Spikers. They will need Adorador's scoring ability at this point of the set. She has been a big help overall on the scoring of Micaela Belen this entire conference.
That is Tapia serving and sweeping here for Capital One. An expensive error for Capital One.
Now they will need a quick side out. The high risers, if they get a point, they are at set point already.
That's over. Easy dump down for Shola Alvarez.
Take a look at the high risers celebrate that one, but you have to credit that serve of Baliton challenging the #1 passer of the Solar Spikers in Micaela Belen.
We are now at set point. Iris bumps it. Adorador leaping in. Binalik. Gaston rushes to the quick, denied. Alvarez rolls it. The push. This time it's Adorador with the drop ball. Back row Pascual. Iris says, don't worry, I'm right here. Cruz pushes it toward Nang Aiza. Coronel for Alvarez. It's still in play. Another long exchange. Slide attack. Works! Oh, no whistle. It's still good. And then it works.
The set.
A very unclimactic end to this set. The high risers thought that it was already a point to them, but a good way to still recover and recycle that one.
They did not stop playing. Both teams actually thought it was over. They stopped playing or looked at each other. There was no whistle, and then Jean Assis just getting that point, or Galleries rather, getting that point. Pure Gold, always panalo. Play of the set brought to you by Pure Gold. So Pure Gold, always panalo. The Galleries Tower High Risers, they are one set away from advancing to the next round. 25-20 after set number 2. Galleries Tower High-Risers 1 set away from bouncing back and going to the next round. Next set, Chameleons are waiting for them. Let's take a look at some of the set 2 highlights there. Well, they came close.
Yep.
Lumamang sila, nakahabol yung Capital, but you just love the way they responded there in the clutch.
I mean, for the High-Risers, they have played steady all throughout despite the 7-1 run of the Solar Spikers earlier. They were unfazed. They just kept going, playing their game, playing at their own pace. Everyone still playing their A game, and I think that's something that has allowed them to get the first 2 sets so far. But for Capital One, a lot of bright spots for them. Iris Tolenada, Cruz also contributing, Adorador also contributing. So for them, it's all about composure at this point. As you see the numbers on your screens right now, more attack points this time for the High-Risers. They have 17 against the 14 of the Solar Spikers. Not a lot of blocks this time from the High-Risers, but what's good for them is that they have continued to play clean. From 2 errors, only 3 errors this time for the High-Risers.
And of course, we are at our play-in. And so far, once again, this is what's going to transpire here, Ayel.
Well, whoever wins between the Solar Spikers and the High-Risers will play against next lead in their next match, and whoever loses in the game of PLDT and the Foxies will await for the winner of the step ladder in that part.
And of course, thank you so much, PVL fans, for joining us here. Jaime Escalon, Ayel Estraniero, and our courtside, Lexi Rodriguez. You know, Lexi, Ayel and I were talking about na ganun pinapakita ni Julia Coronel. She is sharing the wealth here for Galleries, and they're 1 set away from advancing to the next round.
Well, you guys were also talking about how stable Juju Coronel has been making the Taraflex for the rest of the team. But I also want to mention how, you know, Iris Tolenada on the other end is also being more encouraging for the rest of her teammates. Because if you compare Jazz and Iris together, Iris is more vocal when it comes to making points and contributing points. So that's really something that we notice more here on the sideline.
Thank you so much, Lexi, and we're excited to learn more in what could transpire here for Iris. Can they bounce back? They will have to force a reverse sweep to do that. Or will Julia Coronel and Galleries get the job done here?
Thanks, guys. I'll see you later.
Thank you. All right, welcome to set number 3. Asis will open things up. Carbon covers. This time it's Asis flying in. Nang setup. Balik kay Jean using the drop ball. What a dive by Jorvina. We play on. Coronel going to the middle. Long rally to start our 3rd set. From the pipe, Jean Asis says no thank you.
That's gonna be huge for Jean Asis. Micaela Belen has been scoring from the pipe again and again in the past sets, but this time rejected by Jean Asis.
Julia Coronel serving for Galleries Tower.
10 excellent sets already for Julia Coronel. The opposite side, Leila Cruz sent back. So Iris will bump it to the open. Coverage by Micaela Belen. Couple of touches here for Galleries, keeping it in play. Iris looking to end this rally. And that is what they do.
Luna with a push.
We talked about Iris Tolenada and how big of an impact she has been creating. Her playmaking also will be crucial in this set.
So the season, or the conference rather, is on the line here for Shaya Adorador and Capital One in this set.
Yep.
We're still looking for that sense of urgency from Capital One.
Because the High-Risers really started on a good note in this match, and they just continue to play well, playing without pressure actually, because do-or-die matches could be nerve-wracking, but the High-Risers have stayed composed all throughout.
Sharp serve for Alvarez. She has been serving quite well here. Coronel takes a look at the defense, will send it to Nang. Good defense though by Belen. Lunag bumps it. Belen! Kill block for the Tower High-Risers.
And even before that set got to Belen, Asis and Maizo Pontillas was already there waiting.
Service, Alvarez.
Belen is really being challenged here by the Galleries defense. Another great serve by Alvarez. Chance ball. Coronel. Toss for Pascual. Iris. Back to Belen.
Belen denied once more.
Belen has been checked. But you also understand because she has been overloaded with most of the sets to start things off. We talked about this on top of the coverage. Her individual brilliance will be needed today, but the support of the other players is much needed for them to get a win.
Colinadag going opposite. Cruz rejected.
No entry, says Pascual to Cruz.
Galleries just came to play. Defense is showing. And a distress call here by Coach Jorge on a timeout.
However, seed is coming. It's the same play. You have to go fast, but please, the receive is coming from the service coming from far. Move forward, okay? And then you can control the ball. The goal is coming fast in front. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps until you get the ball there, okay? And see pass is fine. Just let the ball there. Come on, see.
Micaela Belen and Capital1. Slow start here in set number 3.
Substitution, Capital 1.
They need to regroup. And now is the time.
And they have to remember how they played against Galleries last March 21, where they won that match. And this is a completely different game we're seeing right now coming from the Solar Spikers.
Belen away from the net. Aiza straight to Doromal. Set up for Belen, going drop ball.
Drop shot, Belen.
Micaela Belen switching things off here. This time going for a drop shot, outsmarting the high risers.
That is the individual brilliance we can expect.
The Solar Spikers.
And a service ace
Ball is in.
for Cherry Lunag.
She has been the second leading scorer so far for the Solar Spikers. And right now for them, if they can get a point from the service line, that's gonna be good.
Coronel, what a set. What a set.
Pontillas through the block.
Really beating the blockers that time. Keeping them guessing until the last second. And that's the reason why it was a single block for Aiza Maiza Pontillas.
Galleries Tower.
Wow.
Okay.
4-6.
And this is why Capital1 also needs a stable passing.
Spike of the set brought to you by Duncan. Pasalubong ng Bayan. Spike of the set indeed. Pascual. She has been this fire extinguisher.
Yep.
7, serving 4.
Just consistent play coming from Pascual all throughout. Coming off the bench in the first set and delivering the points right away.
And parang okay din na from the bench siya, no? Sometimes it alleviates pressure. And now she's performing.
And she scores.
But you can't also feel the pressure on the side of the high risers playing really loose.
Welcome back, PVL fans. And just like that, we've got the Galleries Tower High-Risers really dominating this match. And let me tell you that Gail Pascual did tell me earlier that slowly but surely, they are really ticking off all of the checklists that they have this conference. Checklist, I mean by chemistry, that's checked already. Their defense, that's checked as well. But so far, what they really need to work on right now is really maintaining consistency in order for them to really close out this match. Well, they need to stay unpredictable in offense, but of course, they still need to be consistent in terms of their defense. Back to you, Jaime.
Thank you so much, Lexi. Well, exactly what they are doing, actually. Consistent in their blockings. And Coronel has done a good job challenging the blockers of Capital One. That is a bit over. Iris from the pipe. Belen. We resume with Pascual hitting. Tolenada. Bibigay kay Adorador. And Shaya is locked and loaded.
Some sparks coming from Shaya Adorador in this match. Take a second look on that. Again, going long. Finding the floor defense not ready that time.
Pascual will try.
Pascual off the hand of
13 points for Gail Pascual.
Outperforming her 10 points in the previous match against the Solar Spikers. But you've got to admire again Coronel, even without an A pass, setting up the wings comfortably.
Iris had to chase. Belen, Tuniegos from the back. Coronel tried to get creative. Adorador, it's still in play. Iris tried to dump.
Wow.
It's still good thanks to Barbon. And that is outside for Julia Coronel.
Wanted to play Spiker that time. She got the set. She knew which zone to target, going zone 5, but couldn't put that ball in.
Seven serving 9.
Gaston serving for Capital One.
Middle attack for Baliton.
Yeah.
Baliton.
Passing has been stable also on the side of the High-Risers. We talked about this. They're last in passing overall, but on top of the coverage, we said if they can improve the passing and can activate the middles, that's gonna give them an edge. And right now, that's what's happening.
And as we have seen in the past, Galleries, they have a switch with these play-in
Yep.
tournaments. Naka-upset na to dati.
Agree.
Adorador.
Off the block. Adorador.
Adorador has been having the hot hands here on the side of the Solar Spikers, being productive while she's in the front row. This time breaking through the hands of Jean Assis.
Capital One.
Coronel, good dive by Jorvina. Shaya will try once more. Coronel, this is a slide
Wow.
attack for Jean Assis.
Assis with a slide.
That's her specialty, talking about Jean Assis, that slide attack. She loves those sets coming from Coronel.
Point number 11 for Jean Assis. And a 3-point Galleries lead.
Galleries Tower.
Diegos will try from the right pin. Toss for Alvarez. Doromal right there to cover. Shaya. Barbon set up for Aiza Maizo. Counter attack Belen. We have a rally. Denied by Cherry Nunag. Nang Aiza again. Doromal just keeping it alive. Chance ball. Is this it? Coronel. Not the set nang wanted. Pump set. Niegos will try.
Great dig from
It's still
Barbon.
good. This might be the longest exchange so far, but nabitin si Shola Alvarez.
losing some gas there for Shola Alvarez. Just fell short and off timing on that approach. But I think you need to breathe, Jaime.
Tubig muna ako.
For Capital One.
And the high risers still up by 2 points. Capital One continues to play catch up.
Is that a rotational error?
Yeah,
I
another
believe?
one. They had this earlier in the first set.
So Capital One, they're keeping it close here.
Service.
Just down by 1. Once again, their conference is on the line. Now Aiza, what a sharp angle.
She saw an opening on that cross-court angle, and you know she's gonna go for those sharp cross. Let's take a second look on that. There you go.
Wow.
That risk action, that follow through. Again, the high risers just quick to bounce back.
Like you said, you've been impressed with their in-game adjustments whenever there's a Capital One run. At that time, a free point for the Solar Spikers.
The errors of the high risers also allowing Capital One to keep this one very close.
Capital One.
Coronel will set. Pascual will attack. And Niegos just doing the best she can, but it will be a point for Galleries.
Now, Pascual has been a tough player to stop on the side of the Solar Spikers. They still hasn't figured out the attacking of Pascual.
With her 14 points and 12 attacks. Pauline, a bit low on the set. Ang Aiza down the line is wide.
She knew right away after that contact that it was gonna sail out. Just over adjustment on that angle for Maizo Pontillas.
Service. Sydney Niegos.
Coronel going to Pascual. Bomb set. Belen trying to find a way. There's a battle at the net. And that will be still alive. Servina bumps it. Micaela Belen is rejected.
Well read by
The walls are up on the side of the high risers. It has been formidable all throughout, especially when Micaela Belen is in the front row. You've got to really appreciate the efforts of the blockers of the high risers.
It is a form of respect from
They
the
know.
Galleries. That's how good Belen is. They did their homework talking about Galleries. We have a chance ball here. Iris, who will she go to? That's a slide. Coverage by Niegos. Coronel. Baliton. Doromal with a dig. Belen papalo. Baliton says no thank you.
Huge blocks coming from Baliton. Again, against Micaela Belen. Digging has been good on the side of Capital One. We mentioned first in digging overall, but it has to translate into points. That's what they need right now.
That's the word we used on top of the coverage. The translation into offense. That time, it's Pauline Gaston converting.
Other players really need to step up in scoring, just like Gaston, just to lessen the load of blockers on the side of Micaela Belen.
3 of her 4 points, talking about Pauline in this set number 3. That's over. Easy dump down. Back to 1.
Some momentum here on the side of the Solar Spikers. Let's see if they can make a bigger run here. We keep on mentioning the high risers has been quick to bounce back, but that one has to be credited also with a good serve from Belen.
Baliton side out here for Galleries, which will lead us to our second technical timeout.
14, Capital 1.
UAAP Season 88 Volleyball is in full swing. Watch the games every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday on the Pilipinas Live app. Also available on the UAAP Varsity channel and One Sports because legends start here. Just like my partner, ILS. Legends started there. Diba? You started there.
Yes, and a lot more volleyball players.
Back to the game though. Capital One trying to inch closer, but that will help their campaign. Net touch. Bit of a lucky break for Capital One.
And High Risers giving them some opportunities here. It's a question is if whether they will capitalize on these errors of the High Risers.
Caldones seeing action for the first time. Gaston now serving. Coronel to Baliton.
Solid performance so far coming from Baliton. 2 great blocks against Micaela Belen earlier and 2 points in the past few sequences.
That's 22 points for the middle blockers combined, so 11 each.
Big contributions.
From the pipe, Belen.
Just too early on that block coming from Asis. She was closing the right angle, just couldn't press her hands in at the right time. Actually, a little bit late that time.
Well, when in doubt, Micaela Belen.
Yep, she's the answer.
Alvarez, binalik, and we are tied at 17.
Again, Capital One had this moment earlier. They were able to play catch-up, get a deadlock, but at the end, the High Risers able to end stronger.
So it's back to 0 and race to 8. Coronel bumps it. Gervina putting it up. Adorador for the lead. One more try here. Belen takes the lead for Capital One.
Micaela Belen knows this is the moment that she needs to step up.
That is what she is doing. A timeout called here for Galleries.
Usapan na natin yan eh. Okay, kaya naman ng depensa ang problema yan. Sumusok muna tayo sa sistema. Okay, dumidikit sila dahil sa ginagawa nating mali. Okay? Kahit bumlak ka, basta diretso lang. Huwag mo lang i-wave. Ganun lang kadali. Chola, kailangan pumatay dyan. Chola, bumababa.
Here's PVL All-Stars, Heart versus Hustle. Build your dream team now. Now is your chance to make your dream team come true. Voting is now online for the Volleyball All-Star Showcase in Candon City on May 1. Cast your votes on pvl.ph/allstar. The Volleyball All-Star Showcase will also be available live on the Pilipinas Live app. So it's a 1-point lead, and we are tied at 18 after the timeout. Jean Asis, mission accomplished.
Yep. You can just feel the competitiveness on the side of Jean Asis. Failed to get the kill block earlier twice, but bouncing back on that slide attack.
Iris, Belen, checked by Asis, Alvarez.
Off the block, Alvarez.
Alvarez getting through that net defense. The high risers really just playing light today, playing loose.
How about Shola though? Limited playing time in the past couple of games. In their biggest game yet, she stepped up, ready to play. Niegos.
Ball is out.
That is out of bounds.
Timeout. Solar Spikers.
So a bit of breathing room here with a 2-point lead. Timeout for Capital One.
You see Bella dropping, and then you guys want to kill all the time. You see the guys making transition, looking for your block and using. You have to do the same. Huh? Copy the guys that doing the right thing is fine. You have to make this distance for them. It's be quick, and then I'm gonna be here. You can push 8, you can spike line, but not long because she's just working on the ball.
So a 2-point lead. Coach Jorge trying to tell his team to switch it up. Look for different ways to score.
Serving is their team captain and setter, Julia Coronel.
Full front line for Coronel to work with. Niegos, drop ball. Shola Alvarez. Good denial by Capital One. Alvarez reloads. Pascual, back row hit. Doromal will bump it. Here's Niegos from the back. Long exchange. Alvarez bounces through the hands. They need one here. Adorador gets it.
Shaya Adorador again. She has provided some firepower here for the Solar Spikers. A timely one to trim down the lead to 1. Again, important moments here, especially for the Solar Spikers.
Oh, it is gut check time. Tough set. That scrapes the net. Belen. Chance. Coronel. To the middle. Jean assist.
Again, the connection of Coronel with all the attackers, especially the middles right now. Another perfect decision to set up the middle here. Jean Assis only with a single block going cross court.
30 big points for Jean Assis. Alvarez has been serving well. We mentioned that a couple of times here. Iris. Belen now in the front. And it is a blessing.
It is indeed, because you know that Micaela Belen will rack up the points here for the Solar Spikers. 2 blockers, no problem for Micaela Belen.
9 out, 8, Madrigal in. Casey Galdones serving.
Coronel.
Assis.
Why
right
change
in the
it
hole.
if it's not broken? Jean Assis, time and time again, has been the clutch maker here.
And you've got to love the trust that Coronel has been giving the middles today, and the middles just responding positively, also giving that confidence back to Julia Coronel.
Serving. High rising.
Belen, service ace, 2 straight points for Jean Assis.
A good effort from Belen to try to chase that ball for that second touch.
Substitution. Capital One, 23 out, 5.
Look at Jean Assis, as happy as one could be with their 2 straight points, and they are 2 away. Better first pass. Tolenada. Back to Belen. Picked up, but it's over. Joust. Belen on the reload. Drop ball magic for Micaela Belen.
Micaela Belen now doing everything for the Solar Spikers. Again, the soft touches has been working for Micaela Belen.
Sydney Niegos serving for the Solar Spikers.
Coronel going to the open for Pascual. And they will challenge.
And there's a challenge.
And what is our biggest challenge yet in this match?
I mean, it's a crucial point of the set. They have 2 challenges left. Might as well use it. Could be a chance for them to also just talk things out. Talk about the high risers. Block touch challenge of that Pascual attack.
Once again, this is a do-or-die game for Galleries and Capital. Clear as day, no block touch.
No block touch.
Capital will be within 1 point.
High riser. Timeout. Galleries Tower.
And Galleries will call timeout. They are up by 1. Let's take a listen in.
Sinasabi ko kanina, kailangan mo natin rumisin. Tapos shoot, tapos single block dun sa may dulo. Pero pagka-atake, sipag lang sa coverage, ha. Huwag mag-aasa na mapapatay agad ng kasama yun, coverage pa rin. Then, pag naka-coverage, dahan-dahan lang, tsaka lang tayo makakulit na malakas. Pero kunin natin yung punto sa to, kunin natin yung
It's all about the coverage here. Sabi nga ni Coach Esteban, they're clinging to 1 point. Gene Assis with some main character moments here, including that one. Sige, including that one here in set number 3. Coronel, this is for match point. Good dig by Tapia. Belen to tie. Delivers.
Micaela Belen reminding everyone that she is a clutch player, and what a time for her to deliver the important points here. Again, in a do-or-die set for them to extend this match.
She is cold-blooded. Tied at 23. Na ang Aiza sends us to match point.
Who else will step up also for the high risers but their veteran player and Aiza Maiza Puntillas.
Here we go. Tolenada. Belen. Coverage. Chance ball. Is this it? Coronel. To Pascual. Belen will attack. It is still good. Iris will go to Belen. Not yet, says Micaela Belen.
She has been unstoppable in the past few sequences. The #1 scoring player overall, stepping up big for the Capital One.
Some players, they are just born for these types of moments. That is Micaela Belen, tied at 24. Not the best receive there. Gail Pascual, ad-lib. Chance ball for Galleries. Coronel has options. 1-2 won't work. Tolenada from the pipe. Belen, it's good. Capital One taking the lead.
Micaela Belen has been the hero of this set for the Solar Spikers, but not yet.
It's close. A football challenge is called.
Crucial one here. For the high risers, they want to end this in 3. They don't want to give momentum and confidence on the side of the Solar Spikers. And you wonder where this intensity was in the first 2 sets on the side of Capital One.
Oh, it's clean. It is clean. No football. Set point Capital One.
Belen saying that was a well-calculated approach.
That is every Capital One fan right now with Belen at the service line. Misreceived. Easy over. Tolenada to the pipe. And that is out of bounds.
25 all.
Micaela Belen wanting to go to the same spot there at zone 1, but that's gonna sail out.
8 out, 24.
Oh, what a daring move. Double substitution here for Galleries with the birthday girl looking for some birthday magic for Galleries. This is the first time Maggie is in along with Victoria. 25 all.
Serving for the high risers.
Tapia. Coverage by Pauline. That's a good one. Pump set. Alvarez neutralized at the net. Iris will go to the back row. Drop ball wide open.
Belen sees the hole.
Incredible effort here coming from Micaela Belen, but we have to mention also the effort of her teammates to just keep the rally alive, and Tolenada looking for Belen again and again.
So for a middle blocker, great coverage from Pauline. Big serve coming up. Maggie, Victoria above the blockers. Is this it? Belen, an amazing dig by Pascual. Pauline with good defense. Back to Belen. Still good, still in play. Checked at the net. Iris, one more time, drop ball. Victoria waits for it. Dug by Belen. Tapia. The touch by Pascual. It's still in play. The push, the coverage, the rally continues. Mangolabnan, it's tight. It's still alive. Long exchange. Victoria looking for a big one. Iris has options. Niegos from the back. That is out of bounds.
Ball is out.
What a rally there here in the tail end of set number 3. But you can feel both teams holding really tight, trying to keep the rallies alive. A lot of miscues on the side of the high risers. They had to recycle, they had to recover. The same with Capital 1, but
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the play-in tournament.
Yep. Back in. Sir Baliton for the serve.
26 all. Baliton now serving. Out of system, Tapia.
Tapia hits.
Ice cold off the bench.
what a time for Tapia to be put in and to just play fearless.
27.
Again,
26.
coming off the bench and delivering an important point for the Solar Spikers.
Barely saw any minutes. She was serving hard. She was sweeping hard and now scoring hard for set point. Slide for assist. That has been unstoppable.
Again, the high risers just playing steady despite all the pressure.
Full front line. A lot of options here for Coronel. Service ace for Julia Coronel. And we are back at match point.
The team captain just making her presence felt here.
Serving for the match, team captain Juju.
That is the second match point now. Iris, Belen, picked up, bump, now for the win. Alvarez will send it across. Iris, back row, Belen, with a put away.
Belen off the hand of Pascual. Tied at 20.
Micaela Belen will continue to fight for the Solar Spikers. Another pipe attack for Micaela Belen.
10 points in this set alone of the 21 points.
This is CAPITAL1.
Nang Aiza roll shot. Good dive by Jervina. Belen now in the front row. Nang sends it back from the opposite side. Niegos. Coverage by Rachel. Micaela waits for it and unpacks. Barbon with a good dig. Pascual, it's still in play. Here we go with Belen. Another long rally. We continue on. Belen one more time. Rejected.
Belen turned back. 29-28.
A great exchanges from both teams. I have to mention, they both want this set badly. But take a look at that well-timed block coming from Asis.
Match point number 3 for Galleries.
Match point once more.
A long extension here.
15, Shola Alvarez.
That's over. Good recovery. Belen, Doug. Barbona's doing a great job here. Pascual for the win. Buhay pa rin. Chance ball. Is this it? Coronel will set. Combination play. And Galleries will advance to the next round.
For Galleries Tower, 13-28.
On a combination play for Gail Pascual. In a third set extension, they will face next lead. What a game, Ayel. What a set. Pure Gold always panalo. Play of the set brought to you by Pure Gold. Sa Pure Gold, always panalo.
An exclamation point for Pascual to finish this off in 3 sets. But we have to mention the efforts of Capital One all throughout the match, especially in the third set. They wanted to extend it badly, but the high risers, they came in prepared, they were locked in, and they did not let go until the last second.
We will take a deep breath and take a
we
break.
need it.
And we will wrap things up between this matchup of Galleries versus Capital One.
The high risers will face
Babalik kayo, ha?
A third set thriller. 39 long minutes. Galleries had to earn it to advance to the next stage here in our play-ins. And they get the job done. Our best player of the game, Lexi, she is with you right now, Jean Assis.
Thanks, Jaime and Ayel. I am with the player of the game from the Galleries Tower High Risers, Jean Assis, with 17 points, 12 attacks, 3 blocks, and 2 aces. Congratulations, Jean! You're now qualified for the next round of the play-in tournament. Unang-una sa lahat, napakalaking advantage for sure na nakalaban nyo rin sila last Saturday. Ano yung mga trinabaho nyo para makuha nyo yung panalo today?
Siguro yung trinabaho talaga namin sa training namin is yung mga lapses talaga namin. Kagaya na lang ng blockings, defense, yun po siguro. Defense pattern yan.
Sobrang daming emosyon, puso. Nakita namin sa'yo yung dedication mo to really get that win. Anong tumatakbo sa isip mo when you guys were nag-aabulan doon sa mga last few points?
Siguro kasi gustong-gusto talaga manalo ng team, kaya yung inisip lang talaga namin nun. Push lang kahit mapagod, pero walang susuko.
Ano pang mga kailangan yung tarabuhin? I'm sure that really wasn't the most perfect for you, but you know, it's a 3-game sweep, it's a 3-set sweep. Ano pang mga kailangan yung pag-preparein?
Siguro naman walang perfect na gagawin, pero siguro, itatama lang namin yung mga alam namin na pwede pa namin maging kulang sa next game. Siguro blockings one na din talaga yun. Defense, pasa, lahat. Lahat naman kulang pero yun lang. Depende lang kung paano ilalaroin.
Your first POG, anyone you'd like to greet your friends, your family, and of course our birthday girl?
Yes. Binabati ko lang po yung family ko sa Ilocos Sur, yung Asis family and Basilisco family sa Davao. And happy birthday, Ate Maji, Mangulab na. Yun lang po. And thank you, Galeries family.
And if you want to see Jean in our All-Star Showcase, make sure that you tune in and cast your votes on pvl.ph/All-Star because All-Star Showcase will be happening on May 1st in Candon City. Back to you, Jaime Nayel.
Thank you so much, Lexi, and congratulations to Jean Asis and Galleries Tower High Risers. They advance, papasok sa next round. Let's take a look at our match highlights there. Ayan.
A good start definitely for the High Risers. They set the tone right away in this match. I would say it was really a team effort for them. Yes, Juju Coronel orchestrated the offense so smoothly. Rosel Baleton, Jean Asis, the middles shine the brightest, but the wing attackers also provided the points. We have to mention Pascual coming off the bench, providing an impact right away, increasing the intensity and the aggressiveness. But on the side of the Capital One Solar Spikers, yes, they did have some sparks, but Bella Belen again had to carry the bigger load of scoring. Other players stepped up. We saw Adorador, Niegos, and even some middle scoring some points, but still it wasn't enough for them, and the momentum came a little too late, just too late for them in the tail end of the third set.
Yeah, they had to procrastinate there in set number 3. It was just too late because, as we see, they were composed Galleries to get the job done. Belen's heroics, 10 points in set number 3, just wasn't enough, led by Jean Asis, of course. So on to the next round, but you like this because you were saying 5-game losing streak, and now biglang may momentum ka na, Yael, going to the next round.
And this is the beauty of knockout matches. You may be losing, you may be in the bottom, but you have an opportunity to continue playing. As you see the numbers on your screens, almost the same number of attack points, but what spelled the difference really is the net defense and limiting the numbers of the other players of the Solar Spikers. 13 big blocks for the High Risers against the 6 of the Solar Spikers, and you have to mention playing clean, playing consistent for the High Risers. Only 12 errors against the 17 of the Solar Spikers.
Capital One's conference has come to an end, and we take a look at the play-ins here, Ayel. We continue on with the next round.
Now, there you go. The Galleries Tower High Risers will go on to the next level of the step ladder. They will face next led Chameleons. That's also gonna be a big test for them. But later on, Zeus Coffee and Chocomucho also a do or die. Whoever wins will play against the Akari Chargers.
That's going to be a good game. That's up next. Chocomucho Flying Titans on a do or die game versus the Zeus Coffee Thunderbells. You can watch that here on One Sports Plus, the Pilipinas Live app on Signal TV. What a set number 3. Welcome to Step Ladder Play-In. This is the heart of volleyball. This is what it's all about. But for now, it is time to say our goodbyes for our director, Kenneth Abidad, our courtside reporter, Lexi Rodriguez, and my partner, Ayel Estranero. My name is Jaime Escalon. You've been watching the PVL All-Filipino Conference. This is the heart of volleyball.